From the dusty streets of Jos to the commanding heights of Africa's business elite, Dr. Cosmas Maduka's life is a story of extraordinary triumph of adversity. Orphaned at just 4 and denied access to formal education, he faced daunting challenges early in life, yet, armed with unshakable faith, relentless perseverance, and fierce entrepreneurial fire, he defied the odds to become one of Nigeria's most iconic business leaders. What began as a solo trading enterprise has evolved into Nigeria's automobile powerhouse, Cosmas Group, with exclusive dealership rights to premium global brands including BMW, Jaguar Land Rover, Ford, Renault, and Geely. Today, the group spans key sectors such as manufacturing, ICT, logistics, agriculture, and healthcare, operating across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones and internationally Ghana, Sierra Leone, and Japan. An alumnus of the Harvard Business School Executive Education Program, Dr. Maduka has served on the board of Access Bank PLC, led the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation, and earned prestigious recognition like Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year, West Africa in 2020, his national honor, Commander of Order of the Niger, CON, underscores his transformative impact in Nigeria's economy. A man of deep spiritual conviction, Dr. Maduka's faith serves as the compass guiding his business ethos. He stands on the pinnacle of global business leadership, an enigmatic speaker, a true visionary, and a living embodiment of the big Lagos dream. For the first time on the Wealth Summit Global stage, please make welcome Dr. Cosmas Maduka.
Not only in Nigeria, but global. Please put your hands together for Dr. Cosmas Maduka. Thank you.
God bless you all. Please take the comfort of your seat. I want to thank the organizers of this event for bringing me here today. It's humbling for me to see a hall packed up like this, full of young men and women who are interested and aspiring for greatness and success in life. Let me start by saying, no, I have not met one individual that truly desired to succeed that have not succeeded. It's a different thing to say, I want something just by wishing so and hoping so, but you have no plan for it. And if you didn't hear anything from what I'm saying today, you can make a note now and tweet to somebody that Dr. Cosmas Maduka said that hope is not a strategy. The greatest enemy of faith is hope. Hope will say, yes, I hope I will be okay. I hope God says I will prosper. I hope God say my life will be better. But you keep on shifting the goalposts. But we're talking about what is possible now. God built a success in each and every one of us. And if we follow the principle of His word, we will succeed. Before I get into my exposition this morning, let me deal with that matter of real estate. You know, a lot of people said, why must we put money in real estate? If you want to know, the only estate that is real in life is property. Every other one is not. And the only thing God gave to His children was land. He never gave them a cloth. He never gave them a car. He never gave them a shoe. But what they cannot earn themselves is property. So He provided their land. So when Adam was created, he put him in the garden and asked him to keep it and dress it and protect it. The war in Paris or all over the world today is about property. So young men and women, when you earn money, don't be in a hurry to buy a beautiful tie, buy a beautiful shoe and car. If you are a married man, keep some money apart and put it in a real estate. Because Bible says, a righteous man leaveth wealth for his children and children's children. Your children, grandchildren will not inherit your tie, your shoe, or your car. If you don't put money in a real estate, you will end up not being a wicked man. You are not righteous if you don't leave anything for your children. Back to the story why I'm here. The Koschari story, wealth principle for Africa entrepreneur. Now I would like my slides to come up, please, if you have it. I hope we will not be disappointed like we did before, because I want the people to benefit. Can we have it, the media guys? Charity, did they have it? Yeah, but it's not coming up because it's eating into my time. I was so pleased that the video refused to play to introduce me, because those of us who didn't go to school, if you want to introduce us, they start making story. He used to preach in the street. He was very wealthy. He has done this. He had done that, to back up the thing. If those who went to school, they just tell you he has master's degree in business administration, BSc in this, that. Very simple. But when you start introducing us, you have to package it and, build it up and massage it. So sometimes it takes 45 minutes to introduce us. I went to somewhere, they were trying to do, they said, Dr. Maduka walked from Onitsha to Lagos by foot. I say, I'm getting a different version of myself. Each time I go to a place, I hear another Maduka that I can't remember if I knew the person. Okay, if it's not working, I'll go ahead anyhow. But it would have been nice if you can share with it. I don't know if I can get any message to wait or to progress. Okay. My idea was to have shown you the 7 wealth principles I've created for African entrepreneurs based on experience, because the person talking to you is not talking from intellectual capacity. I want to talk very practical things that we have done, supporting those early statements I've made that hope is not a strategy, and you cannot, you can't make progress without plan. Before we talk about Koscharis, let me talk about the man behind the Koscharis. I'm moving on now. If you get it, we can go back and freak it. Who is Dr. Cosmas Maduka? I had wanted to show a video of the young man with third grade education I described as a legend with standard 3 English education, which proved that impact does not always come from perfect grammar. So, yes, I had the opportunity to speak on a Trinity University on their 3rd or 4th graduation ceremony, and I took a topic that almost confused the graduating students when I said that success is not a degree. So they were wondering, so why did we waste time here? What are we celebrating? So it was like a paradox. But in reality, success is not a degree. Because there are many that are first in class, but they are not first in life. And that's why you must separate both of them. So today is not about intellectual talk. It's about principles and practical things that one need to do to lead him to success. So the clip is not working, but I have shared to show the legend who I have met in life. And in my humble opinion, that showed that achievement that speak louder than English. Today, we operate business from a humble beginning of 200 naira in 1976 in 5 different continents of the world. I want you to give me your undivided attention, because many of you have good reasons why you should not be successful in life. Yes, yes. People are there to prove to you that you have better position than them. Your situation has not been as worse as their own. Therefore, you are excused if you succeed. But all the argument you have made to show your right to be poor has not improved your life. You are still poor anyhow. So what is the essence of arguing that? Because nothing is going to be different in your life until you decide to be different. I'll get to it. We operate business today in 5 continents of the world, and that is North America, South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. And then in Africa, we don't do business only in Nigeria. 30 years ago, we moved into Ghana. We are in Ivory Coast. We are in Cote d'Ivoire. We are in Sierra Leone. In Asia, we have a company in Japan. You know, all of these are life dreams that became a reality. The company has established strategic alliance with leading global multinationals. My slide is not up, but in 1998, our first automobile partner was BMW. We have been with them for about 27 years now. They signed us on in 1998. And 2 years ago, they sent us a big certificate for 25 years excellent relationship. When BMW signed us on, I told them to give me 5 years to judge me. But we are going to set a standard by which other automobile industry in Nigeria will be judged. It's a bold statement. We did it well. Land Rover signed us on. Jaguar signed us on. Rolls-Royce signed us on. Renault signed us on. Ford signed us on. Ford Truck signed us on. Geely signed us on. Enos signed us on. Mini signed us on. And today we have about 10 different brands of automobile. And 4 of them are top of the luxurious segment. Some of our competitors have been here for 50 years. But under our first 5 years, we outsold them. We became not just a segment leader, but a market leader on every segment. The story I want to share with you today is a story of a journey, of a voyage. If you are going on a journey with somebody and the person is 20 steps ahead of you, if you take 1 step, you take another step, how are you going to catch up with him? In another 20 years, each step you take 1, he's going to be your leader. But you have to do... Okay, fine. Okay, my slide finally come back. Okay, can you go back? I'll run them quickly. Go back. Go back from the beginning if you are already back. Yes, go 1 more step back. 1 more back. 1 more back. Okay, maybe we can stand here. The Koschari story, wealth principle for Africa entrepreneur. Next one. Before we talk about the Koscharis, let's talk about the man behind the Koscharis. Yes? Move on. Okay, I needed to have shown you a young man that lost his father at the tender age of 4. I was 4 years with no formal education. Every one of you sitting here today have better right to be successful than me, because I've never been in a 4-corner wall they call school beyond 3rd grade. But my personal belief is that everywhere you have been in life is a school. It's a question of whether you have attitude to learn or not. Even this morning, you are in a school. But if you have wrong attitude, nobody can help you because your attitude is your best friend or your worst enemy. So, this young man lost his father at tender age of 4 and had a godly mother who looked at him at the age of 4 and looked him straight into the eyes and inspire his son to believe in himself and believe in God, and told me that no door will close before me and that people like me and that I'm a likable fellow. You can make a note that I said that confidence is everything. You are the first believer of yourself. Nobody will believe you greater than the belief you have in yourself. These are what makes me live a mystic life. People thought there's something extraordinary about me. Because what you are saying had no meaning to me. I started studying the Bible, and I need to tell you clearly, at the age of 15, I embraced Christ as a young man and committed my life to him, and I started learning principles, which are secrets of life. If you learn principle, you can walk with confidence because it's a law the manufacturer built in his product that is consistent and inherent and will always deliver. If you read the manual of the manufacturer don't seek opinion of you before he put a law in his product. The person that made this product didn't take your permission to put battery inside. So if you want this ham speaker to speak to you, you put battery on it. Don't say you have faith. Don't say you can pray. Don't say you are a mystic person. If you do anything without putting battery here, it will not deliver a voice for you. You will only frustrate yourself trying to get it to speak. You can get in the spirit and start speaking in tongue. The speaker will tell you, if you have sense, put battery on me. If you put battery, I will deliver your voice to the people. Everything God created, obey him. It's only human being who tries his law. When you learn this principle, you will become a mystic person. People will begin to think there's something extraordinary about you. I am the dumbest person. If English is what they require to make people success, I will be the poorest man on the face of the earth. Because English troubled me. My mother never spoke English to me. She spoke vernacular. I was good with addition, mathematics. But the day of dictation, I have to go to school late. Yes. Because I struggle with it. You know, to see me 40-something years ago, when I say it was Worcester, you know, my own English, no dictionary have it. But what is important to me is that the person I'm communicating to is hearing what I'm telling him. Because it's a British man's language. It has no meaning to who I am. But some of you always like to pride yourself. I speak an impeccable English. So what have you achieved with your impeccable English? And some of you may think I'm saying this to support illiteracy. No. I have 5 children, 4 boys and a girl. The young lady between the 4 boys are medical doctor. My first 2 sons read economics. I believe in education. But because I didn't have opportunity for somebody to underwrite the cost of my education, doesn't mean my common sense is useless. No, that sense they call common is not as common as you think. So please listen. I worked for my uncle 5 years, 6 years actually, pro bono. I haven't read the book of Robert Kiyosaki that said, don't work for money, work to learn. But that was the best university I still recommend today for any young man or woman to go. University of Apprenticeship or Mentorship, where you learn unprecedented discipline. Because there's no contractual agreement in that relationship. You got to be at your best behavior or they bundle you and put you in a motor and send you back to village and nobody will protest for your case. That's the end of the discussion. So you knew you'd have no chance to mess up. If you learn that that discipline is a prerequisite for success. So I did that. So who is Dr. Cosmas Maduka? I've tried to explain to you. He's a legend with standard 3 English. Prove that impact does not always come within perfect grammar. Next step, please. Next, can you move it up? The thing is slipping again. So I think I should just go because it's pulling me back. Okay. I see something. Okay, I won't pay attention to it again. So we can go. Okay, I've met some regents in the world. That is John Maxwell. One of the person I considered my mentor. I read a lot of his book. Successful people don't take no for answer. They negotiate good business and go for what they want in life. It was one of my inspiration. We shared a platform at Liberty University, I think 2 years ago, Lichtenberg. And that's Canson, the neurosurgeon, one-time US President Aspara. If your brain gets scattered, he can fix it. In 2011, November edition, Forbes Africa carried me on their cover page, a young man that turned $1 into $500 million under 40 years. Move on. Achievements that speak louder than English. Today we do business in 5 continents. I've tried to explain to you. The companies that has established strategic alliance with leading global manufacturers. These are the brands we represent in automobile. And a lot of people will think I can't do without these brands. But I want to show you the business that gave birth to these brands. That if you ask me today, between them and this brand, what do? I would throw all those automobile brands. This is my core business that people don't know. If you drive car in Nigeria, whether you are in Sokoto or you are in Maiduguri or in Aba, you are my customer. You can't drive a car in 1 year and without, we have a product we sell that is in your car. People sell car, but we keep cars on the road. Yes, so our core business is pharmaceutical of automobile. Just the same way you cannot stay in 1 year without taking an analgesic. You can't, if you don't use our engine oil once in a year, you will use our masking tape or plug. There's something we are selling that is in your car. So we don't know who is the president or the vice president of this country. What we want, let there be public holiday. We will know what our share of wealth is in money creation. And this is what I call sustainable business. I have a country that had over 250 million people, and the West Africa, over 350 million market. All you need to do is to develop a product that you can sell for 15 naira for these 350 million people. You are one of the weirdest person in the world because it's a game of number. If you can deliver value that people can relate to and they reward you to it, you create wealth. So these are the things. That's our motor car assembly, Kosharis Motor Assembly. It's located in Aweyaya in Lagos. We started from automobile sales, but today we are in automobile manufacturing. That is our factory there, and that is the cars. Next, this is Kosharis Farm. We learned from World Bank that in 50 years, in 2050, Nigeria will be over 500 million people. Today, with under 250 million people, that's the farm. If you're able to see what it is, the way it is in Europe. This is not in Europe. This is in Africa. I am a local government in Anambra State. So we took a forest that nobody has touched. It cost 1 billion naira to clear this forest. It's located about 3,000 hectares. and take all the trees out, because rice is a wheat that grow on a mud, and prepare this land where it could grow, where it can grow well. Can you put audience on it? Is it possible? If you can, if you can't, I'll speak to it. No problem. Okay, so this is the farm. If you view it from the top, within this farm, total road network is about 200 kilometers. So if you want to visit our farm, you need to spend at least 3 hours maximum, or you better come through helicopter. So this is the silo. We harvest paddy and store them in this silo. From the silo, they go into the mill. This is the milling. And from the mill, we have the finished product that we sell to the market. Nigeria spends over 3 billion naira today to import rice and over 3 billion to import wheat. So we are in rice value chain agriculture. This is one of the business that generate the highest cash flow in our business. We never have to advertise. We never had any product keeping in the warehouse. People paid money as they are rolling out, they are going. And I will encourage you that if you can get into agriculture, the people that perfect agriculture are the future owner of Nigeria economy. By the time we are half a billion people by 2050, according to World Bank projection, people need to eat food. Even a mad person needs food. Otherwise, his madness will be contained. There are many businesses that are, they say, disruption. Nothing will disrupt food. Information technology has not, this is the equipment we have here. First class institution. We put money here, and we've been able to attract international investors who put money in our farm. Because whenever you do anything real, it will call for attention of people. Can we move on? Under our company, Coscharis Group, you have Coscharis Mobility. Coscharis Mobility holds the 6 car rental. In this Coscharis Mobility, we lease cars to company. So if you have a decent business and you can't afford to keep a pool of car in your book, please talk to us. We currently, including Julius Berger, Lafarge, IBTC, different banks, Huawei, we lease them car. We can give you 300, 400, 500 car, whatever we agree. You just pay us the rent every month. You don't need to carry it on your book. We can agree 4 years, we buy the car back, or we repair it and give you a brand new car. So you don't need to carry them. We will find the finance, and Coscharis Mobility will pay Coscharis Motors. Sixth Rental is an European German company that did about 3 or 4 billion euro now in car rental. We represent them here. So you can book our car from them, and you can book car from them, and we will provide you car. Coscharis Technologies, one of the struggling company under our about 10 subsidiary, but today is grown 20% year in, year out, and become one of the strongest pillar. Here, we represent all the, high international operators, and including developing our own franchise. First System Refinishes Limited, these are part of the things I'm telling you. You don't call it Coscharis, but that's where we sell paint for automobile, and we repair all the cars. If your car, all these boys bring in Tokumbo car in America, if you want it to look like the way it is made originally, they bring it to us, we skip the car, do everything on it, and paint it with the original paint. Most of the other car dealers, we supply them paint. Yes, next one. Achievement that speak louder than English. Yes. Yeah. Because many of you are pursuing degree, but degree is pursuing this 3rd grade education boy. In 2003, the University of Nigeria awarded me doctorate degree on business administration. 3 years after or 2 years after, Afe Babalola awarded me another one. And then Nnamdi Opala University Agriculture. Another awarded me another. So I have about 5 doctorate degree without passing elementary terrain. So for those of you looking for degree, if you have something to show, you'll get degree. So please give me your undivided attention. I'm just trying to show you what is possible so that you can live here today a different person. I used to own 25% of Access Bank. Yes. And when I joined Access Bank, we are number 89 in Nigeria. And we decided that we are going to be number 1 in asset. And we have achieved it. So I was a chairman of the credit committee for 12 years. I was also a director in Garden Express Bank and Spring Bank PLC before I retired. I served 12 years in those places and quit. What I have is seven what do you call it? I have 7 success stories. That's my formula of 7 steps. 7 steps of success is what I'm going to show. So please pay attention. Number 1 is self-belief, which I've talked to you about it. Nobody will believe you if you don't believe in yourself. During COVID, they tell you to stay 5-7 minutes away from people. Otherwise, you want to be infected. So if you want to be successful, stay close to successful people so that they can infect you with the disease they have. But I'm going to tell you it's not easy to stay close to them. Can we go back there? Yeah. You have plan. You have plans. You can't just open your mouth and say, I want to be successful. How? If you are serious, it's not something you discuss with your father or mother or wife or children. Your analytic thinking will kick in and ask you how. There's no goal that you can set for yourself that is unsurmountable. No mountain that is too extreme and no hill that is unattainable. At first, it's like a castle in the air. But real life story has proven that with dogged commitment and unwavering determination, there's no goal any man or woman set for himself. People at first will tell you it cannot be done. People keep on saying nobody will run 1 mile under 4 minutes. The year somebody break 1 mile under 4 minutes, that record were broken 2 times. They are just waiting for the first man to do it. And you could be that man today. Since people tell you it cannot be done. God is still creating new make a way. New galaxies are being discovered. You can be a miracle yourself today. From you, you can become an inspiration for generations unborn. The natural people in the world are beginning to live in the realm we Christians are supposed to be living in. The realm where impossible does not exist. We keep on saying about what is not possible. Elon Musk, them are beginning to tell us that people can live more than 150 years or 2 because they created a machine that can do surgery better than human being that created them. So the word impossible, they're beginning to, the realm we are supposed to live, people are panicking today about artificial intelligence. What about spiritual intelligence? Bible says he that are born of the Spirit is like a wind. You don't know where it's coming. You don't know where it's going. But there's an intelligence that you are not seeing that controls him. So people are discovering GPS. But before GPS was here, God will speak to Elijah and say, go to this place. And no road map. And a voice will be telling him, go left, go right until he gets to the destination. It has always existed. But people are only finding it out now. So asking those of you who have made commitment to the Lord Jesus Christ to begin to believe the word of God, that impossibility does not exist. And God has sent me in your generation to be able to be justified when he's going to judge you. Because you'll be saying things are difficult. God will tell you, you have master's degree. You'll be saying things are difficult. God will tell you, you went to school. This boy didn't go anywhere. He has nothing, but he believed my word and followed my principle. And this is what I'm able to do with him. I'm telling you, every one of you sitting here are more qualified to be successful than myself. The only difference is that you are not willing to take the action that I've taken. So you have plan. Psalm 37 verse 4 said, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desire of your heart. Don't panic. Plan. In a difficult situation, anything you call problem is opportunity. Chinese don't have crisis in their language. The word crisis in Chinese means opportunity. So while you are saying crisis, a Chinese is saying opportunity, opportunity. And that's why average Nigerian kneel down every morning and say, oh God, if you give me visa to America, everything I'm looking for has done. Just get me visa in England. And Chinese get up every day and India. Oh, if you send me to Nigeria, I will never ask you anything. If I can just come to Nigeria, I have arrived. They are seeing something you are not seeing. They are not interested going to America. Because that country is already fixed. The only maintenance they have. But here we still have bush where you can open and develop and build something. I hope you are not running ahead of me. Please still go back. Okay, I'll come back to take them. So let me run through this. Value, go back. Value system and integrity. I will break it down. These are prerequisites that require faith to believe in your vision. Vision is not a function of sight. It's a function of spirit, where you are going. Focus on the thing. When you have these 7 things, they will aggregate to become money. Okay, move on. Now, what is faith? I'm breaking them down. My mother introduced me to God and taught me that importance of prayer. Told me to believe in God and believe in myself. Luke 1:37, for with God nothing shall be impossible. That's faith. Move on. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can't or you can't, you are right, because it's your thinking. It's not anybody. It's what you believe is what you get. Because even as I'm speaking here, some people will tell me, is that how Elon Musk makes his money? You are not Elon Musk. So follow your own leadership. Success is not the amount of money you keep in the bank. Success is about the difficulties you overcome based on your background to where you are. There's no model or amount that somebody reach and you say it becomes successful. But there is a model to show the obstacle you overcome to get to where you are. Move on. Vision and planning. Let me explain to it. Move into, I had, by the age of 15, after working for my uncle for 6 years, in 1976, he counted 200 naira and gave me. I went with my senior brother. And my senior brother said, let us go, leave this money. I asked him, I said, do you have anyone to give me? He says, no. So I said, why are you asking me to leave this? That's what many young people do. This little thing, what am I going to do with it? The principle I have learned from the word of God is do not neglect the beginning of a small things. I knew there's nothing big that did not come from small. And it's not who you are matter, but what you can become in the hand of God. I looked at my uncle and told him I served him, I worked for him, I never stole from him. I teach young people, live right so that you don't have any tragic memory. Live right so you have nothing to be afraid of. But when you don't live right, your confidence, you can't have confidence when you are not, when you are in error. It doesn't work like that. I looked at my uncle. I said, uncle, I served you well. Why did you give me 200 naira? Even though we don't have any contractual agreement, the way we settle apprenticeship boy is that you give them a shop, pay for 2 years or 3, put merchandise and give them cash. Why did you give me 200 naira? He said, because I become a religious fanatic. I said, I was praying for the business to succeed. He said, go and pray, let your own succeed. Something fired in my spirit. And I told my uncle, I said, you can make a note. 5 years from today, 5. If you had who I am, your head will be spinning. I was 15. When I say it on his seat, he said, well, I know you'll be successful. I said, thank you very much. Because that's the blessing is what I need from you. And I told my senior brother, let us go. And we formed a company called Maduka Brothers, because our son name is Maduka. But within 3 months, we differ in ideology. I have idea how to done. I've been taught principle on the word of God. Many people say prayer is the key. No. Jesus told in Matthew 16:18, I will give you the keys, plural, no single. If we give you a bunch of keys of this auditorium, you can stay in one door for 2 hours if you don't know the correct key. I'll give you the keys. Whatever you unlock in heaven will be unlocked on the earth. Whatever you lock on earth here will be locked in heaven. If you don't have the key and you get to the door and start speaking in tongue, the key will tell you go and get the door will tell you go and get the key, because I do not succumb to tongue. I submit to the key. So prayer is a key, fasting is a key, love is a key, giving is a key. Forgiveness is a key. You need to find the right to approach each door. I go to church, I took 1 naira. My brother told me, you can't take 1 naira from our business money. 1 naira then is like $2. I said, Pius, you drank beer. I drank Coca-Cola. The 1 naira I put in offering, % for the beer you drank. He said, it's not ready for this logic. Let us separate. I jump up again. I said, God's word call for total separation from every unbelief. We parted way. I went back and I decided what I need to do 5 years. I have 5 plans, what I want to do from 8 years, 10 years plan from 15, where I want to be by the time I am 25. I didn't have them in my head. I wrote them down. Because Habakkuk 2:20 said, if you have a vision, write it down. So I wrote down that by 18 years, I want to live in 3 bedrooms apartment of my own. That's the essence of plan. Because I wanted a wife by 20. The second thing in my list is that I wanted to take a lady to altar by the time I turned 20. The third thing that was in my list is that I think like none of you, so don't think like me. I don't want to be like you. So you don't need to be like me. Think as God gives you open mind to think. Because you stop where your thinking stop. I wanted to have a son by the time I am 21. I want to buy a car at 23. And by 25, I want to be a millionaire. I did not have them in my head. I wrote them down. I didn't just write them down. I placed them on the wall of my bed. So it's like a ritual. Every night, after I pray, the last thing I look at before I sleep is those 5 things to remind myself. Then I go to bed. I see myself carrying container. I see myself talking with Japanese. I see myself running a multinational organization. And then in the morning, I pray. After I pray, before I go out, I go back and look at those things to remind myself. Then I come out, you are talking to me. You think you are talking to ordinary person. I will take you and put you in these 5 things. If I don't see you corroborate for any of them to happen, I cut you off. And for me, you are a distraction. And people say, I'm too proud. I'm too arrogant. No, I have a vision. When you have a vision, you are close to a mad person. A man or a woman with vision live in prison of his vision. Your vision put you in prison. You know the problem many of us have here? Many of us watch too much Nigeria home movie. That's why some spirit come after us in the night with teeth. We are having nightmare because it's what you feed your soul that comes back to you. If you watch pornography, why would spirit not come and make love to you in the night? Bible says whatever is pure, whatever is honest, whatever is of good report, think on these things. The manufacturer already give you the recipe of how to keep your mind. Listen to me. Your mind is the field. If you sow roses, you will reap roses. If you don't sow anything, weeds will grow up on it. That's why Hosea 30 says, break up your fallow ground, sow to yourself, weed your ground, take all the weeds out. Because if you don't sow anything, it's not even a step. So the worst thing to do is nothing. You must take action every day of your life. Value and integrity will all come to trust is everything in life. The model of Japanese, I met them at a very early stage in my life. Before I turned 23, I learned from them. They don't read Bible like we read in Nigeria. Neither did they read Quran. Their Bible is letter of credit, and their prayer is money. I'm not saying it should be the right thing, but these people understand before the fundamentalists start committing suicide, Japanese has been killing themselves. A man I've gone to dinner with took his life. If they made a promise to you, keep it, they take their life. I introduced a Nigeria to get a supplier credit. And the central bank was not paying the money. That time they said documents does not match. The Nigeria told Japanese, but I can't kill myself. Japan said, please kill yourself. Because that's the last. He said, because you promised. I didn't do business with the Nigerian government. Please kill yourself. You know what that means? A man I've gone to dinner with, his name is Mr. Machishita. During that time, he couldn't pay. He took his knife, they call it harakachi, and cut himself. After he had written a note and apologized to his suppliers that he let them down. Commitment. A Japanese is happy to hear that the roof of your house caved in, but you made payment commitment than to say, I couldn't pay. This language, I can't kill myself, is not the right attitude. You need to know that commitment is sacrosanct. And I'm going to take a question because you told me it cannot be done. I'm doing business also in Nigeria, but I keep commitment. And I regard myself as a man of integrity. You cannot earn money by all you work. You need to be credible. Let me run now. How many more time do I have? Give me time. Let us run. Okay. Young people, listen to me, because I talk to a lot of young people, and some of them tell me, if you give me 10 million naira, if you give me $10 million, I will create a company. I say, young man, you tell me you are an entrepreneur. The reason you are an entrepreneur is the ability to create capital. Capital don't fall from heaven. And one of them said, we have been over-mentored. We have been underfunded. I said, shut up. Where's the fund going to come from? Who is going to give you the fund? Take a job. Do whatever you do. Let us see. They've thought about saving here. That's the generation we live in it, irresponsible generation. This generation don't teach their children how to save. When we were growing up, saving is a prerequisite. My mother didn't taught me that. I open a milk, canned milk, break a small thing and be putting coins inside. December we break it. We buy box. You need to save. Saving culture is, I see the first time I get £1.10, the excitement, I saw it grow to 5 naira. So I knew when I made my first $1,000 and I wanted 2. When he made 2, I wanted 10. There's excitement. But we live in a society where if children ask for 1,000 naira, their parents give them 3,000. You see a child that 8 years, you ask him, how much savings do you have? Because he understood his father and mother grow money. It's irresponsibility. It's not child delinquent, it's parental delinquent. Many parents are delinquent because they've not taught their children how to save. You need to start saving as a culture, as a child. You didn't need to be 20 years or 30 before you start saving because it's a struggling if it's not part of you. So, the first level of money, many of you have had it, is what we call credibility. Money is not the cash you have in the bank. If you are not credible, if people don't know who you are, cannot predict you and the life you live, you are as poor as church lat. And because you can't even explain the source of your money. So the first level of money is what we call credibility. The second level of money is what we call credible relationship. And I'm going to explain it if you haven't had it before. Credible relationship is that you don't have money, but you are friendly or have connection with somebody who has money. And that person is willing to avail his credibility to you. This is with no limit. You cannot imagine how much it could be. So I tell young people, don't be in a hurry to collect money from a wealthy man or a rich man. Any rich man that gives you money has cheated you. You didn't hear me? Any wealthy man that gives you cash has cheated you. What you need is access, not money. That you can call him, he picks your call. That you can call him, he returns your call. Don't take it for granted. Value it. Manage it. If you work for a wealthy man, he will be the first person that tell you, please send me your bill. If you have common sense, don't be in a hurry to send in the bill. He will insist you send in the bill. You tell him, look, this relationship, what much more, this is the least I can do just to, add small value to you. If he doesn't want your relationship, he will insist, please give me your bill. I want to pay you. So that if you call him tomorrow, he doesn't pick your call and he's not indebted to you. But if he accepts the thing you do without collecting money, door has been created. There's access already. He can feel obligated towards you because a gift actually is a distraction to a king. Oh, many of you don't know. People give me a Rolex watch. I'm not exaggerating. For 1 year, I never opened the packet because I'm busy. It's not the most important thing for me. From the age of 25, I told my wife we will not watch television in our house. My wife said, so what do we watch? I said, tell me which television is better than you. I watch you, you watch me. I am going to be 67 on December 24. Till today, I don't have CNN, I don't have Togbu TV, I don't have Arise, no television. I raised 5 children without television. My children tell me, this useless house. This useless house. This useless house has swimming pool. This useless house, indoor swimming pool, have long tennis court, have table tennis court, have basketball court, but it's useless. Because you want to profile me to be like other people. They've left my house. I went to see my first son the other day. His television is as big as this, your billboard. I said, son, you are making up for the lost day. If I ever come here, I ask you why this is on. You know I'm a useless man. But in that house, God gave it to me. And I have a responsibility how to keep it. Until today, so I can travel, stay in a hotel for 3 weeks, 1 month. I don't know where the remote control is. Everything must not be important to you. I don't know how much Ronaldo, I don't know how much he earned. I don't know how much person went. You can know all of that, but only ask yourself, what did he add to your life? You must choose what is important for you. It's not important to me. They will not share the money to me. I don't know how much their transfer fee is. I don't know how many Europe they win. It has no meaning to me. It has every meaning to you. So you need to begin to make up your mind who you really want to be. Because if you are going to be a leader, you must be willing and comfortable in your own skin. So I told my children, don't profile me. God put his children in the garden and gave them everything and said, only one tree you should not eat. And the devil told them that is the most important tree they need to eat. You must have something that will you have reason to pray. Something that they need to take away from you. You defy your gratification. So I'm talking about credible relationship. It's about when people give you access. If you come to our office to buy our cheapest car, Chinese Geely, 32 million. Many of you are wealthy here. Because I don't know you, I will not give it to you on credit. But if it's Sister Alakija called me, Funcho, and said, please, Dr. Maduka, brother SYZ is in your place. He needs a Range Rover. It's 450 million naira. Let him have it. If he doesn't pay in 2 weeks, I'll send you the check. And I'm hesitating. He said, no, I changed my mind. Lustro is Fountain. Alent is 1.4 billion. Let him take it. Do you think I will let him go? Yes, I will let him go. If Aliko call me and say you should drive the car, I will not hesitate because I know he's credible. What he has done is that 1.4 billion is already in your hand because somebody availed his credibility to you. But I couldn't have given you 32 million because I did not know you. So don't abuse access. That's what I call it. Many young people take it for granted that somebody important could take your call. I can tell you something now, and I'm led to say that. There's a young man called Stanley Uzochukwu, one of the young billionaires we created in Anambra State. I used to go and see Jonathan. I always see Stanley. He come close. I avoided him like a plague. It's like, please stay away. Because I've got bad witness from young people. And I avoided him. He did everything. He would come to me. Oh, God, good afternoon, sir. I said, please, thank you very much. One day, I was coming down from Hilton Hotel, Nakennaga. This boy grabbed my 2 feet on the foot of the elevator. I said, Stanley, what's the problem? He said, you have to lay hands on me now, pray. I said, no, not here. We'll go out in the corner there. He said, no, here. I said, Stanley, we'll go out. He said, here. I said, this is elevator. People are all around here. Let's get to the other corner. He said, this is Jacob meeting the angel. I'm going to wrestle with you until you bless me. Pray over me. I couldn't win. I lay hands on Stanley. People are looking at us like we are mad people. I said, Lord, let another Cosmas Maduka come on this boy. I pray for him with all my heart. Show again that there is still a possibility. As we are praying, I felt his hand is going to my pocket. I make like this. He stuffed 50,000 naira in my pocket. I enter my car. I remove it. I kept it aside. I said, make this in no draw the other monies that I have. But whether you like it or not, friendship was born. We became friends and he started calling me once in a while. We are talking. One day, I was driving into Abuja. Very early stage in the morning, about 8 o'clock. I've just finished passing that military something, getting into the main road, coming into Abuja. My phone rang. I was in Jaguar SJ. And it was Stanley. He said, Oga, please, do you know anybody in First Bank? I said, why are you asking for a person in First Bank? He said, there's a young man who used to finance me. He had an accident, and now I got a contract. I got a LPO from Julius Berger to deliver this 1,000 liters of diesel. I'm looking for funding to be able to do it. If you can introduce me, I said, do you have an account in First Bank? He said, yes. The Holy Spirit told me to wire $1 million to him. I sent him 150,000 naira. That's what exchange rate was. He said he opened his account and looked at it. The phone fell off his hand. He ran to Paul Elenchi to tell him this is what happened. Paul Elenchi told him he hasn't seen anything. We've created billionaires by this, people who understand principle and follow the word of God, by leveraging on their credible relationship. So it's not the amount. A young lady worked for one television station, and they asked her to follow me to go cover me for something I did in one of the university in Ondo State. And we came back home. I thanked her, and I gave her 200,000. She says, no, she will never accept it. I said, you didn't ask me for money. I said, I could be your dad. I hope you do not think I'm tossing you. It's a gift. He said, he can never. That it's an honor that he has the opportunity to do this. I should never please think about money. That is so grateful. She has left that television station and started her own program. And he asked me if I can get him a contact to interview Mr. A or B, C, D. I called all of those people, and they granted her interview. And one of them that granted her interview finished and gave her a check of 1 million. She couldn't accept 200,000 from me. Listen, don't be in a hurry. Don't put money ahead of the thing. Pay your dues. Money will come. This is not a cock and bull story. This young lady that, as of today, had opportunity to be speaking UN, United Nations. Under 10 years, this thing is happening. She went to, Oyedepo's University? Covenant. She went to Covenant. She was taught principle. So she understood principle and applied it. It worked today, it will work tomorrow. So, credit relationship. The third thing, which is the most scarce commodity, not only in Nigeria but in the world, is what we call integrity. It's not in plenty supply. That's the third level of money. Integrity is not what you do when we are all here together. It's not what you do when Camilla are under you. Integrity, I've spent 1 hour here already because I hit the alarm. Yeah, sure, for sure, if you permit me, I haven't finished because I really want to pour my heart to you. Can you put this thing on back again? This light, because I placed the alarm, it went off. So integrity is not what you do when everybody is around. Integrity is what you do when no light is in the room. You are alone. Nobody will see you. Nobody will ever know anything you have done. But you decide to stay by principle. You decide not to compromise your value system. That is what I call integrity. It's not what dictionary qualifies. That's my own definition of integrity. What is the fourth level of money? Character. What is character? Alphabet. Character is the foundation of your life, any man's life. The most scarce commodity we have around the world, particularly in our own country, is character. There's so much deficit of character that in the next 10 years, if nothing is done for us to be people of character, we are in serious trouble. Character is not the wall of this building. It's not the roof. Because if the wall crack, they will ask you to repair it. It's the roof crack. But if you have foundational problem, you need to bring this building down and repair it completely. Many people think what protects them is their gift. Many people's gift destroy them. What protects your gift is your character, not your charisma. You have to be a man and a woman of character. Character is alphabet. 1 is 1. A is A. B is B. in China, in Nigeria, it doesn't change from one country to country. By 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., it's like Victoria. A statue. It doesn't say it is raining. Oh, look, typhoon is coming. He stand there. Let rain beat on him. Let the sun hit on him. You can predict that if you are passing there, he will be there. Nothing scares character. If you don't have it, it's not a gift. There's no gift of God of not telling lies. There's no gift of God of not getting angry. Character is a victory. You won it on your leg, on your nails. You watch the things you are doing every day and get a feedback in talking to yourself. It's not to demoralize you, but to go back to engine room. Because everything you claim has to go through authenticity. So you have a situation of vulnerability. When you go see yourself in that situation, you go back to return and be honest and tell yourself, I didn't have it. I'm here, I have it to get. But if you are consistent and determined, you will be a man of value and character. What is the fifth level of money? Competence. You need to be tutored. You need to be mentored. You need to be schooled. It's not enough that you speak in tongue and you speak big grammar. But you need to be competent about what you are doing. Because you can pray, you can fast for 40 days and 40 nights has no meaning if there is no action that corroborates those things that you are talking. You need to learn and be a professional in your industry. So you need to be schooled. You need to be taught. You need to be mentored. Many people, I deceive them and tell them that I am an illiterate and they believe me. I'm one of the most educated human beings. That's my own belief. Because I travel and I observe things. And I listened, both with my spirit and with my eyes. So, you need to be competent. If you have these 5 things, your reward will be money. But anybody you see cash in his account and he doesn't have these 6 things, that person is a thief. Tweet it to somebody and say, I say so. He stole the money. That's why people like me don't have respect for a lot of people. In fact, the money they have is trouble. Give them high blood pressure because they cannot explain how they get it. They're only struggling how to hide it and who will run that it. But if you have those 5 things, you will be wealthy. And the final thing is what I've talked about. To scale for tomorrow, you need to save. When do you start? Now, not later. Now. You need to start it. Building and cultivating saving culture. I am happy that they said it. If you do all of those things, this is Koschari's model that made us create multinational. I will stop so that I will take questions because I like you to ask me hard questions. Question you think is difficult for wealthy people to take. Ask it now. So I can be able to take it. Maybe it will help somebody. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Cosmas Maduka. We'll just quickly get a chair for him, and can we get bottled water for him too? It is how to celebrate a man that has compressed over 1 hour, compressed the years of experience, years of integrity, years of competence. Thank you so much for honoring Dr. Cosmas Maduka, CON. We didn't have plan, but we'll just quickly call questions for questions. Do we have questions? You may be seated at this time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have questions? Can we just quickly take, I would like to take numbers, of course. 1, 2. Are you a couple or just 2 of you? Are you a couple? Or you're a couplet? Okay. 1, 2. So, okay. Doctor. We can't take... Okay, we can't take more than 2, actually. The first person there and the lady at the back, and then, sir, let's also do 1 male, 1 female. Yes. Because actually, hold on, no, because they are also going to ask questions. Yes. Mr. Sunday Ezekiel will ask questions, Dr. Lonshe will ask questions. While we're waiting, where's the lady that signified there? Where is she? Up. You continue to go up. In the name of Jesus. Okay, so let's quickly, while we're waiting, where's the lady? Quickly, you tell us your name, your competence level, your name, and then the question. What's your name? I will do my.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My name is Osato, and I'm the founder of Black Heritage Cocoa.
You're
By the
welcome.
grace of God, we have branches in Nigeria and also in Ghana.
Good.
My question is, if your top revenue stream disappeared tomorrow, what existing resource or capability in your business would you leverage first to rebuild your income in 90 days?
You need to explain a little bit.
Please, we need Mike. I think a better mic.
Why would it disappear? You are running a going concern. Why will it disappear overnight? Because capital does not fly like a wind. So explain that so that I can, be sure.
So I'm a firm believer of life happens.
Alive?
Life happens.
Okay.
You may be sleeping in as much as you've put structure in your business. And this is also like, I'm talking from personal experience.
Sure.
You would not know sometimes what may happen. It's those little things that you ignore or you think you have under control.
Thank you.
You just wake up tomorrow and see that life has happened to you.
That is correct. Thank you. I now can appreciate. Okay, let me give you an example what it is because I've had it. And that's why we ask you to sow today so that you can live tomorrow. I've had a situation where I avail my credibility to a young man in his early 40s. This happened in 2011. And it created me a liability of over 200 million United States dollar. I avail my credibility to him. I didn't make the bank to run after me. I accepted the commitment and told the bank to give me time and structure how to take them out of that obligations. It was a difficult time. But there are people who knew me, who know who I am and what I have done. On my honor, one of my friends during this time called me and said, how am I coping? I said, I'm trusting God. He said, do you need any financial assistance? I said, I wouldn't mind if you're in a position. This is my credibility now working. This guy asked me to send him an account and a wire 10 million United States dollar to me. 3 months after, he asked me, how are you getting on? I said, I'm still hanging there. He said, huh? But what is happening? I said, I've already structured, I've signed off all my assets to certain institutions to them to be able to take that liability. He said, do you still need an assistant? I said, yes, I wouldn't mind. He sent me another $10 million. That's $20 million. No agreement. He ended up sending me $30 million. I've returned the money to him with interest of 15%. He said, no, he will never take it. I said, please, you must take it because you're a great man. Greatness is making difficult things look simple. You didn't even write agreement. You didn't ask me for it. So on my honor, if you don't take this, then we are not friends anymore. And he accepted it. Now, why did I say this to you? You need to build credibility so that people around you in a time where the going is safe can predict you and know who you are. I borrow on a negative pledge in Nigeria. Maybe you don't know. I can explain to you what negative pledge is. It's a life dream. When I was growing up as a young man, the first money I borrowed in a bank is African Continental Bank. I borrowed 1,000 naira. That's my first loan from the bank. And later grew up, start borrowing from bank. They would take everything I have. You know, the only thing they didn't take is children in my mother's womb as collateral. This one is collateral. They collateralize everything I have. And I knelt down, I pray, I said, God, I want to continue this business to get to a point where I will not see any legitimate business I want to do. And it become that I didn't have the money to do it. If you don't know where you are going, you won't know when you arrive. This prayer was answered in 2008. From 2008 till today, All the banks in Nigeria lend me money on a negative pledge. You know what negative pledge means? I don't put collateral to anybody and I will not put to you. So it's multinational. So when we say we are multinational, we are not saying it is a reality. First class institution. Mention name. And there are few banks who have messed up. I wrote them one check one day and said, I don't want relationship with you anymore. Because Japanese train me. Japanese, when they make strike, they don't down tools like Nigeria. If the Japanese decide to strike, they overproduce. That's how they show they are angry. They don't say we won't come to work. If you tell them to produce 1,000, they produce 10,000 because Japanese run zero stock. So there are cultures that works consistently you need to learn. So if you get into vulnerability, like you say life happened to you, situations like that, you can only rely on your credibility, the records you have kept over a period of time that people can trust and maybe relate to you in a positive direction. There's no script that is said this is it. In fact, during this time, some of my creditors pulled the string. Like Exim Bank, United States said they won't fund me again. I used to spend 8% with them. By the time things are good, they come back and say sorry. Because that was an opportunity for me to re-engineer my business and I didn't need their funding anymore. So those crises come for you to shake you up and build you up. I'm not saying I'm in a business and I've never met challenges that I could not take. But because I am consistent and I'm keeping a record that is verifiable, that credibility, that's what I say is wealth. I thought all the bank would pull strings under me. No bank asked me to pay up during this period because they know who I am and I've never owed any bank without making good of the money that I owe them. So that's what I will advise you. Stay hard with your credibility. Let people know you don't compromise integrity. It's a seed you are sowing. It's a value you have that you don't know how much it's worth. That's what I would tell you. If I know any other thing, I would have told you. But in a situation I found in life, that is what I did.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So we allow the co-founder.
All right. Thank you so much, Sako and his team. Please celebrate Dr. Cosmas again. Put your hands together. It's been amazing today. It's been amazing. Super amazing. Thank you very much, sir. For our audience right here in the hall, in the gallery, the overflow, on YouTube and all social platforms, I believe you've gotten so much in the last 1 hour. Sir, you see, as business people, we make decisions every day.
Sure.
And there are times we want to play it safe, and there are times we need to take that big risk. So in your journey, how do you get to know when to play safe and when to make the big risk?
It's not written anywhere. No textbook for it. Spiritual people call it inspiration. Natural people call it intuition. No school have it in their curriculum. It's untaught knowledge. I started a business, one-man organization. I was the managing and damaging director of my company. The backward and forwarding agent, the accountant general, the A to Z. But it's a journey of a voyage. I saw my destination when I started the journey. I painted a beautiful picture that woke me up, not worry, but excitement, a passion that flows in my heart, that keep me awake in the night, feeling happy. Reason that I got up every morning with fire in my bone for where I was going. I wanted to create a multinational organization. And everybody tell me it cannot be done. And that's why I tell people, when you say you have a vision and share it with people, and everybody tell you, yes, this vision is true, I think I can see with you, that's the first sign that God has not spoken to you. The first sign that God has spoken to you is that 90% of the people will tell you, you're a daydreamer. Please get out, let's talk something else. If everybody, you of all man, just imagine, third grade education, And I'm saying I'm going to be running a multinational organization. I tell people, if you know how much you have, you are not wealthy. In the last 30 years, I never signed check in Coscharis. I need to call Fred Amobi to ask him, how much do I have? A self-made people don't behave and live like that. But how do I get there to where big financial institutions like KPMG, X and Young will audit my company? Typical trader don't want any of these people to, because they are not ready to pay tax. And you are holding yourself. But I had a plan and a goal. Initially, I couldn't pay people. So if I meet you, if you can add up number, I ask you enter the cage, you are accountant. If you can speak grammar, I say you are the head of HP. But if I want to structure and compete in a sustainable manner, those things has to change. So when I didn't have the capital, I followed the industry that gave birth to me, that only creates millionaires every 7 years, and the man who started it going down, his boy get up. So I started getting apprenticeship. But I get to a point I knew I needed to scale up. And to scale up, I need to take a major change. And that is a risk people think I shouldn't take when I have to get professionals to come and work for us. In fact, some of the people that started with me and say, "Oh God, what is this thing you are doing? These people you are bringing here have meeting 9 o'clock, they have meeting 11, they drink tea. What are they contributing?" Because typical trader believe that what a man needs is in his pocket. But what a man needs is in his brain. What is in your brain is till today is greater than what is in your pocket.
The brain is the office.
God put 5 billion cells in your brain. Science said none of us has used 15% of it. Average of us are 12%. If you hit 15% of what God deposited in you, you become a genius. Because it's what he used to create the world that he put in a man. So the point I am making is that there's no school, no curriculum. You need to know when you need to scale up. That was the major change I made. And it was a big risk. Because here are young people who followed me. Everybody hang on my coat and say, "Yes, chief, if I cheat, they put cap on it," because everybody is to endorse me. And now I'm going to bring people who are starting asking me questions in my own business. Because if you want to advance, you call professionals. These are people who have gone to school, who have paid their dues. They are not there to lick your axe. They are there to challenge your assumptions and get you to really think deep. I was willing to, I didn't have complex. I was willing to subject myself to scrutiny, to superior reasoning. That's why I went for them. But the people working for me think it's the craziest thing to do. Why do you get people who are asking you questions in what you want to do? So that's where to turn a corner. Anybody can lay a wall as a mason. But how we know you're a professional mason is when you reach to the point of turning corner. So what did I do? I got consulting company to tell most of my founder people who followed me up beginning and said, "We are trying to restructure this company to move to another phase. But as far as they are concerned, we have arrived. We have owned warehouses in Ajegula, bought BMW, build house, so they think, what more am I looking for?" But with me, there's no climax. I set goal, I break the goal, I set a higher goal. So you never get to a place, because success is a journey. You don't get to a point saying, "I have arrived." There's nothing like that. You must plan for future and anticipate challenges and change. So when we get to this point, and this consultant came and started telling us the things we need to do, I told the people, I said, they are going to interview every one of us to see who are still fit to follow in this new move. If you are not fit and they let you go, we will pay you what is in our handbook. But if you volunteer to retire yourself, we'll pay you 200% of your annual salary at once. And you can start a business and become our customer or become our outlet. And most of the people that are supposed to give me trouble, they all throw their resignation. It cost me money. I had to do it with, human face. There's no written law that that's what I need to do. But it's a sacrifice I need to make to move to the next phase. Because there's already the economy. They are not agreeing with the professionals I have hired. They believe we are here, they help to make money, and these people that just drink tea come and earn more salary than them, and they have nothing to add. That is their own judgment. But if I didn't make that change, BMW will not consider Concernis as a structured organization to work. There are different financial institutions who will not work with me. So, if you know where you are going, you know the route that will take you to go there. But if you don't know where you are going, anywhere is a road. If you get out of this door, you can go left or right. But because there's no sense of direction. But if there's a particular place you are going, that will be a determination that that building is on by the left side or by the right side, and you follow that route.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Please put your hands together and celebrate that. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. That was an explosive one.
Thank you.
I've listened to you over and over again.
Thank you.
There are so many things you said here today that you have not said on any platform. And key things. I said to you a couple of times when we have met that my story is similar to yours. I'm like a smaller version of your story. I came to Lagos to do the same boy, served for 5 years. I wasn't settled, and in the course of my journey, we both met and started Pertinence Group, and today, God has helped us to achieve some level of success.
Successful people play by the same rule. That's what I tell you. They don't make alteration to anybody. That's how I talk about principle. If your story is not too far away from me, but it's because you are willing to deliver value to people. That's why you are getting money. I tell people, don't go to your job and come back and sit over a bottle of beer watching television and want to be successful. Success doesn't come that way. When you go to a job, which is where they pay you for what you do, you come back home in the evening and begin to redeploy yourself. What do I mean by redeploying yourself? Refine your gift, because it's what is going to make you wealthy. Your salary is only a medicine for poverty. What could create you wealth is your gift. The gift you are born into the work, that is your work. Your job is not your work. Your job is where they pay you for what you do. Your work is when you are operating in your gift, what you are born to do. And no ungifted human being. All of you sitting here, there is something you have that I need. There's something I have that you need. Refine what you need, and we will give you money. Because that's what we are looking for. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. So my question is, if I get into your head, sir,
Yes.
who will I see there? How does your mind work?
Tough question. This question they asked me is the reason why I say I don't have competitor. And people don't like me saying that, because for them it's a boast. The only man that can compete with me is the man that thinks exactly like me. Otherwise, you only assume I'm your competitor. No, if you don't think like me, I never regard you as a competitor. Because as a man thinketh in his mind, so he is.
So
if you enter my brain, you will see things like, listen, can you put my screen up again? I want to show you something. At the age of 14, put it, if they can put it up. And this is what I want to show them. You see the power of vision. They move it over. This is AG Leventis building. I was 14 years going to enter Awala Awala. Awala Awala is a tipper bus that your leg is on. I pointed at this building and said, I'm going to build it. No, go back, start going back. And somebody cocked my head.
No, come back.
Go back.
They passed it.
No, they passed it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, down. Move forward. Yes. This way. No, this way. Continue to go. Yeah. No. Yeah, move on. This way, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, before her. Okay, let's follow this. This is me. I was to turn 19 here. I took this lady to altar on September 23rd, 1978. It's one of my dreams. I wedded her before I turned 20. I've been married for 47 years. My senior brother was still living with my mother in 3 bedrooms apartment. This is me at 23. This is me. I wanted a car at 23. I bought this car when I was 22 years. Passat car, Volkswagen. You see, Jesus is coming soon. Jesus is alive. See, when you see an old man, it's like, look at me. This is bongo trouser. I am on six leg decker. That's why I'm tall like this. I was once a boyoyo. This is a house I built at the 25 years old.
Wow.
I am still living here today. It was ultra model. I built this house before my first son was born. The only thing is that I wanted to live in 3 bedroom apartment at 18. I did. Take a lady to altar at 20. I beat it by 3 months. Have a son at 21. God knew that these 2 babies cannot make a baby. And he gave us time to get our ass together. Wanted a car at 23. By 22, I owned that car. And I wanted to be a millionaire at 25. And I made my first $2 million at 24.
Wow.
Yes. It's a power of vision. Power of vision. And that's why I asked them to show the next slide. This is A.G. Leventis building at Ido. I was 14 years when I passed this building. And I told the man by me that one day I'm going to make a building like this. He cocked my head. It took 20 years. This is the first building I made in Lagos.
Wow.
I was still living in Ajegule when I made this building. In Adiolo Odeku. When you have a vision, you are in prison with your vision. I just want to show you things that are tangible that you can feel. And you need to, if you are going to, the favor you do to me is before you leave here, I want you to write 5 things you want to achieve in the next 5 years. Don't have them in your head. You are hearing what we are saying. It's sweet. You are liking it. It's like a lady and her husband that are making love. They like the romance. Oh, yeah. But nothing happened until you take in. Taking in is something dropping in your soul. Your vision is crystallized. Then your physiology will change. When a woman takes in, it doesn't need to tell you. But if you say, she speaks. Because the baby in her womb starts craving for vitamin. If your baby in your spiritual womb are not creating for vitamin, you have not taken in. You are making romance.
Wow. Please, you can do that better. You can do it better. Oh my God. All right, thank you. I can hold for you. Thank you so much. For the sake of our time, I know you are enjoying this session. Please. You know what? We have our next speaker in the house already. Please celebrate Olushola. He's seated already. Yeah. So we can't wait to have him up here. But interestingly, did you see what Cosmas Maduka has shared? Look at the journey. It's all about making the right decisions. Decisions. You have had so much today. It will be very fertile if you don't make any decision. We have products that we have introduced to you. Ensure that you don't leave here without at least taking advantage of one of it. A word from Mr. Wisdom.
Yeah, so I know that Dr. Cosmas Maduka did not finish his slide. He has so much he wanted to say to us, but because of time. How many of you will want him to be back next World Summit? If you want him to be back,
no,
make
you are not ready. You are not ready.
Make a louder noise.
The shout is not enough.
Do you want him to be back? Somebody say yes.
Sir,
Are you going to be back next?
If you inform me early enough, my time today is my most scarce commodity.
Wow.
true.
Yeah.
True.
So we'll plan it, sir.
The date will be available today, at the end of today.
At the end of today.
Get Dr. Malfoy to
Exactly.
Well,
The World Summit is annual. It's every
If you
August.
inform me earlier,
Yeah.
I'll commit to it.
Thank you very much,
I
sir.
like to talk to young people.
Please celebrate.
At 67, I just have to be a fertilizer to fertilize your life. Because the next 13 years, I'm 80 years old man.
True.
So life is finished. So I am, if what I live for is only what I have, then I've not lived effectively. By the grace of God, if you listen and follow this principle, I am not exaggerating. I knew at least 100 billionaires that have listened to me that are young people that are more creating a wealth. And I want every one of them to be bigger than myself. I had the privilege to speak at Benson Idahosa's their annual convention, Church of God. I told them I was a young man when Brother Benson put his hand on my neck and took me to UNN and said I should give 10,000 to the student there. It was like 100 million naira to me. But somebody inspired me to believe in myself. I drive motorbike from Nnewi to go to Benin to listen for one service at Church of God Mission. If you believe in yourself, if there's a deep in you calling after a deep, there is a deep somewhere to respond to it. That's all I can tell you.
Wow.
Thank you very
This
much,
is
sir.
loaded,
This is
sir. Thank you
amazing.
so
Absolutely
much.
amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please put your hands here for Dr. Cosmas Maduka, CON? We don't get to see this all the time. And we trust that by the time you'll be coming back in another 1 year, you would have been bigger than where you are.
Absolutely.
You'll be one of the speakers, sir. The pictures will not complete, sir. Dr. Cosmas, sir. Sir, I've not taken pictures, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. My brother, what was it? Yes. Let's appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sir.
Thank you
Sir,
so very much, sir.
I brought this water for you, sir. It was me that I opened it by myself, sir. Sir, drink it, sir. He drank the water. Father, we thank you.
Wow.
Lord, we give you praise. Let's celebrate him. Thank you so much. We can't. I know a lot of us have personal questions we want to ask him, but because of time, trust me, because of time, we can't take them. But I'm sure.